nikamuuliza unaweza kunisaidia? Akaniambia ndio. Nikasema thank you Lord, I'm not going to buy this. Na yeye pia hakuniuliza na hakuniitisha pesa zingine. So I maintained it in the Coast region na nikafungua World Evangelism TV. Now that is how I came to know Mackenzie, and that is all I know about Mackenzie. Unless nimesahau kitu kingine, nikiulizwa nitajibu. Sikuwahi kuhubiri na yeye. Sikuwahi. I don't know mahali Shakahola iko. Sijawahi ona Shakahola na macho yangu. I saw Shakahola kwa TV wakati maybe viongozi walikuwa wanaenda. Na I think inahusika na hii. Yule mtu ambaye nafikiria alini associate na Shakahola ni mtu aliyeweka article kwa social media kwamba Pastor Ezekiel naye alichukuanga TV ya Mackenzie. These two men are the same. I did not take it serious kwa sababu mimi nilikuwa nafikiria, and I know our police and DCI are more professional. Once they hear this issue, hawatafuatilia hearsay. They will come down and investigate. Only kuandikiwa statements wakati haya mambo yalitokea, the OCS and the OCPD from Kilifi andika statement and they told me, Pastor, we know you. And how did they come to know me? A place of 45,000 people. Huwezi run that church bila polisi kuingia hapo. So 24-hour clock mapolisi walikuwa wanazungukanga New Life. The OCS or area OCS told me, chochote kikifanyika hapa ijulikane sisi hatakuwa hapa, itatuweka mashakani. So we have to be here. To be here means hata mahali ambapo nalala, they could come in anytime. And they could be there. In fact, mara nyingi gari lao ilikuwa inakaa New Life usiku. Wananiambia kwa sababu washirika wanaingia usiku na mchana, hii gari atakana itoke hapa ikienda kufanya kazi ikirudi. That is what happened. So that's how I came to know Mackenzie. And my question, I'm not sure. Nimekuja kuambiwa na wale waliokuwa wanafanya investigation, it is more than 200 kilometers. I'm not sure. Kitambo utoke hapa mpaka uende mpaka Shaka. He called me on phone. I don't want to come there. I know you. I don't even want to become a police officer. Because they know you. And this is what is happening. You go and present yourself. Kama kuna kitu umeona nimefanya, hata kama nilikuonga, go tell the government, Ezekiel alifanya hii na alinionga. And I told the DCI when they came, ikiwa mtapata kitu, don't wait until you take me to court. Expose it as you have exposed those who are dying in Shakahola. And take me to court. It is simple. You cannot handle more than 45,000 people in one sitting. Wengine wanatoka nje mataifa mengine wafanyie makosa, na hata wale wa nje hawaongei. Wangani hawaongei. Umebochea kanisa letu halina washirika kutoka karibu. Wote wanatoka sehemu mbalimbali. Almost 99.999%. Hawa watu you manipulate them. Hakuna hata mtu mwenye akili ambaye anasema jamani, nilileta mwenzangu kutoka Murang'a hakurudi na amezikwa huko kwa Ezekiel, na Ezekiel amesema asizikwe hapa. Mwingine atoke UK akufe hapo azikwe na Ezekiel. Hakuna mtu ana raise issue. That's why I've invited the Senate. ije itembelee na izunguke na iulize the community, huyu mtu ni nani? That is about my association with one Mackenzie. I'll move very fast because I have 1, 2, 3, 4 and I finish, and I will honorably ask the Senate, honorable Senate, to ask me questions. The circumstances surrounding the sale of Times TV, I think I've covered that.
Correct.
The sources of funding of New Life Prayer Center and the church. And I believe this is very important. Our members wanakaa nje na wanakuja. Any gathering ambayo iko na over 45,000 people na wanaenda kutoa sadaka. Hata kama haujawaambia, nadhani hiyo sadaka maybe, wajua mimi sitaki kudanganya, hiyo sadaka si kidogo. In one sitting, unajua saa zingine wachungaji tunaogopanga kusema ukweli kuhusu sadaka, but I came here to tell you the truth about sadaka. Ikiwa si kidogo,
yes,
what do you do with it? Na mimi honorable chair, naomba pia about this, itapia wenzangu waulize kanisa lako liko na watu wangapi, and what do you do with the offering? Because if you ask about New Life, uliza yule mwingine pia, mko na watu wangapi? 200. Watu wangapi? 10,000. Tell me what you've done with this offering. Hawa watu wakiwa wamekuja watatoa sadaka ambao wenda si kidogo. Some of them are online. Hii pesa ikiwa imeingia kwa church account na si kidogo, tumejenga nayo, hakuna mfadhili yeyote mzungu wala mweusi, hakuna. Kama yuko ajitokeze. Hakuna njia yoyote tunapata nayo pesa kutoka kwa mtu ambaye anatuletea pesa kwa njia yoyote. I can't remember kama nimechukua pesa kwa mkono wa mtu kanisani Mavueni. And I always tell them, unajua mahali madhabahu iko, weka sadaka hapo, usiniletee, sababu ukiniletea sadaka inamaanisha unataka nione ndio nikuombee vizuri. So they take it there, bila ambao wametoa kupitia kwa M-Pesa till number huwa imeenda hapo. I don't normally know who gave what. So the funding ya New Life ni wale washirika. Na kama wako 45,000 people, nikisema huwa wanatoa pesa kidogo, mimi sitaki kuwa muongo, ili unipeleke jela kwa ukweli kuliko kuniacha nje nikidanganya wewe na nidanganya washirika ambao wananiamini. Na hiyo pesa tunaitumia kwa hiyo, pamoja na ile ambayo ningetamani uiplay pale. Na kama utaiplay hapo, utaiplay kwa nyumba yako, please forgive me for that. Then tuipeleke kwa hawa watu wa media, waonyeshe Kenya na mataifa ya nje. Then ile ambayo tumefanya na, because honorable chair, through this sadaka tumejenga one of the most modern international schools, if not in the region of East Africa, in Kenya. And we have facilities about some of the international secondary schools hazina hapa Kenya. I think, I'm not sure, maybe I'm not done my research well. It is almost 50% complete. The only Olympic standard swimming pool in Kenya apart from Kasarani, it is in Kilifi County, kupitia kwa sadaka ya hao washirika. Ile siku nyingine mkialika international schools as a government na mnataka facility nyingine, there is a church ambayo imesaidia serikali kutengeneza facility kama hiyo. Badala ya kutangaza vile tumetangaza, we renovate Kasarani ili tulete Africa Cup of Nations. Unaweza kupeleka international schools huko na wakafanya swimming competition Kasarani na ukapeleka nyingine Kilifi County ama Coast, na hizo pesa ambazo zinaingia kupitia kwa competitors and those who are visited, si zinaingia kwa county government or visitors and whatever. We have one of the most modern labs, IT labs, ambazo nafikiria, sababu mimi nimesomea tu, tuko na labs ambazo huenda haziko kwa university yetu, and I would advise you with humility to come and visit them and verify what I'm saying. We did this na pesa za washirika, among other things. We have one of the best hotels, among other things. Ili apart from church, the government, the nation and the county inaweza kubenefit kwa hizi vitu ambavyo tunafanya. Isiwe thank you so much. Isiwe ni pesa ya sadaka imeenda kwa pastor peke yake. Hakuna any document ya title deed imeandikwa kwa jina la Pastor Ezekiel. Apart from maybe 2 or 3 vehicles tumejaribu kuziweka kwa jina la church, wakaniambia hiyo terminology sijui, labda Sami anajua. Uliniambia ni nini hiyo ambayo inakataa? James account inakataa. Sina gari langu mimi, sina nyumba yangu, hata hii saa receipt yake ni New Life. Hata ile nguo nyingine ambayo unajua nimevaa, si unaijua? Receipt yake ni New Life. Ili nihubiri Injili, sadaka ya mshirika itumike kwa njia nzuri. Nikimaliza niende zangu. I never came to use church money for personal benefit. I have informed my wife and my children. Nobody will benefit from church money. Nimeanzisha kufuga kuku. Niliambia mke wangu tangu last week, pesa za kuku, pesa za mayai, pesa za whatever, zisomeshe watoto wetu. We have 3. Hakuna haja ya kutumia pesa za kanisa. We have only 3. So that is how we have spent money, and that is zingine ukiniuliza nitakumbusha. We have a dam, the only dam ambayo iko Kilifi County na ni kubwa. Hii dam is a 9.5 acre dam. It is full. It is well built na imelindwa, imezingirwa na fence. Ili wakati wa drought, wakati community imekosa maji, tunaweza tukafungua waje wachukue maji, vile ambavyo tunasomesha watoto wa Kilifi over 200 students full scholarship secondary. Yule mama wa Kilifi atatoa maji wapi? Na maybe county government ili allocate money na haijaijenga. Drought haipigi ripoti. So as a church tumetengeneza hizo zote. Tunafanya farming, tumeajiri watu wa Kilifi County. Everything ambao zingine mkinikumbusha mimi nitayasema. Number 7, your view on regulation, my view on regulation of religious organization, including gaps in the law and regulation of religious institutions, and before that end, kanisa limekuwako miaka mingi. Misikiti, temples, hatujawahi pitia mambo kama haya na hatujawahi ona. And as a religious leader, if I be granted that opportunity to refer to myself, hii kitu haingewahi fanyika. But maybe 3 or 4 people or 1 or 2 wamekosea na wamefanya grave mistake, ama amefanya grave mistake. Huyu mtu ama hawa watu wachunguzwe, wapelekwe huko, wawe prosecuted. If any case we are named or we constitute a law because of one Ezekiel, and we give him the picture of the church, Your Honor, in 60 or 70 years time, I want to be there. I will be a very old man from now. And we institute a law that tax na imeumiza the church, tutaumiza the future ministries. Njia ambayo nafikiria ingefanyika, I don't know because I'm not a lawyer. They may speak on my behalf. Ikiwa kuna enough room ya kuisolate na kujua huyu mtu amekosea, apeleke kule kotini, awe prosecuted, then the government plus the church wakae chini, what can we do ili tufunike gaps ambazo zinasababisha vitu kama hizi. It is the best way, but let us shun any formula ambayo itasababisha kanisa la Kenya likae bluff and the dead because ya makosa ya maybe Ezekiel or Mwangi or Raila for the future generation. Kama sio hao wazazi wetu kupewa room ya kuhubiri, singeliokoka. Nilikuwa mzinzi kuanzia class 7. Unajua class 7 ni mtoto aina gani? Mpaka form 4. Alihubiri 2000, nikaokoka when I was sick. Nikaoa mke bikra wakati ambapo mimi nilikuwa bomb blast. Bomb blast in terms of mzinzi tu. Asingepewa ruhusa ya kuhubiri vile nilizuiliwa juzi, hakuna singeokoka. Eona juzi tumepanga crusade Kilifi, tuka advertise NTV, KTN, you know the cost. Our church channel, tukaenda tukatengeneza flyers, we printed t-shirts in terms of millions. We presented the letter of request to be permitted to conduct crusade. The OCS went to the OCPD, the OCPD to the county commandant, county commandant to regional commandant, through our lawyers is one of them. They said, I think the letter is here, nitaitafuta tu. Akasema, because mumetupa a very short period of time, 72 hours, na wewe crusade zako huwa zinabeba zaidi ya 70,000 people, please give us more time. I think it is here. This is the original, kwa hivyo sitakupatia, wasije wakanitafuta baadaye waseme ilete na nilikuachia, so nitaiphotocopy. Unajua wakijua tu. So wakatuambia, inasema we were unable to issue you with a permit due to the fact that the notice issued was too short. That was the fact. Too short for our preparations and action considering the large number of people anticipated to attend, that is 70,000 number. We were unable to make the necessary security arrangements to facilitate a smooth event. Thus, we are advising you to plan and hold the same event from 4th October. Remember the request was 23rd of September. 4th October. Hivyo tumesuspend ibada zetu zote, tunaenda crusade, na unaambiwa on Saturday kwamba unaambiwa on Tuesday kesho uende crusade, na umeitangaza kwa TV. Hiyo tukaachana nayo, tukafuata hii. Wakaturuhusu mpaka a day to that day tulikuwa na wao. I visited the county commissioner in person. He promised me they are going to provide security in person. He invited me. Then the county commandant promised that. Tulipeana chakula worth more than 3 million, if I'm not wrong. Maybe I can be corrected. Tukichanganya pamoja na cost, transport and whatever. Day 1 tukafanya crusade. Day 2 nikaambiwa, Pastor, simu imetoka juu kutoka kwa president na CS, cabinet secretary wa internal security. They have been monitoring you.
Point of order, Chair.
Yes.
I would like to intervene on that because if the witness cannot substantiate a presidential call and a cabinet minister's call, then he needs to withdraw.
Point of order, Chair. The Vice Chair says this is an inquiry. The pastor is allowed by law, and the standing orders of this House for him to reveal that information. If the minister feels he can come and defend himself, then he can come and do it.
Okay, yes, Chair. Yes, David, you are calling.
Nita,
Let David have the floor.
okay, sorry.
Thank you for Chairman for allowing a friend of the committee to hold his horses. What I want to say through the Chair, Evangelist Ezekiel must be able to put it bare and raw as it is. So that we don't have a country run through phone calls. When a letter is written to the police of an intended meeting, a response should be written to Ezekiel through writing. If the meeting is cancelled by phone call, they have to put it in writing. And that is why his explanation is valid. It is upon this committee, if need be, now to invite those who are misusing the tools of power to gag the freedom of worship and intimidate the men of God, equally to put it bare. Probably if it were a security threat, if it was radicalism, they must put it here so that as we write our report based on the assignment given by Senate, we must defend our space. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Senator Charangi.
Thank you, Chair. All of us are members of Senate. I don't know what is wrong, but anyway, that's a story for another day. Chair, if you look at the Constitution, the decisions of the President should be in writing. So dragging the name of the President is unfair, because this is where we move from the previous. So my advice maybe to the witness is, if there any written feedback from the people who denied him to all that crusade, he can table before the committee, number one, or he uses allegedly or niliambiwa, so that for benefit of all of us, because we are trying to establish what really happened, and we know many people would say so and so has called me. Even you as a chair, you can say the speaker has called me, but as my brother Senator Wakoli has said, it should be in writing. If it is something that was said, let us treat it as gossip and deal with the facts as is, so that we protect the integrity of some of the officers, and we are live. So we don't want somebody else to be misbehaving and saying the President has called, or Chairman has called, or Senator so and so and called. So it is important that let us avoid throwing around. Let us avoid allow Senator to finish. Can I finish? Allow him to finish. So that you don't allow throwing of names. It is not even neater, Chair. So I beg you to take charge of the meeting and direct that the witness withdraws the drawing in of the names of the President, and if there is written that the county commissioner wrote back and told him the President has called and the CS has called, then we can take that and invite relevant agencies.
Chair, can I come in, please?
I wanted us to Senator. I wanted us to give everyone an opportunity, and Senator at the back, Senator Senior, just say, and then we go to Eddie, and then we go to you.
Chair, I think the presentation by the witness was flowing.
Yes.
And flowing very well.
Yes.
And as a legal man, it is only when it appears prejudicial to this committee that we can intervene.
Yes.
I think it was giving a narration of the sequence of events, what happened and so on.
Yes.
And Chair, let us be careful as a committee so that we don't gag also the witness in his presentation.
Yes.
If we can make that comment without necessarily putting it in a manner that will actually is prejudicial to an office or to somebody, to it will be okay. And Chair, this investigation will not be complete minus a whole chapter by this witness here. So as our chair, I think we need to balance between the adding of value to our investigations
and the rules and the procedures that we apply in the House.
Yes.
So I think that as long as we're within the framework of our mandate, I think it is still in order, Chair.
Senator Eddie and then Senator Senior there.
Chair, I just wanted to seek your guidance.
Yes.
Under standing order number 200.
Standing order 200.
Yes. You know, it's just about our tradition of the composition of our committees, the select committees.
Yes.
And we do know that we have had these select committees, created in Parliament, in the House, and with very clear composition mandate sometimes.
Yes.
And I know that this committee has got a responsibility to report to the House.
Yes.
On the basis of these findings.
Correct.
Now I do also understand that the standing orders allow for friends of the committees, especially senators, to be able to participate in these proceedings.
Yes.
But I'm just seeking your indulgence as a chair. That in an event where you have got sometimes as many as friends that might come,
yes,
will it be prohibitive to the work of the committee, so that we don't open up more debates, so that the effect of the committee can be attained, such that is there a limitation,
yes,
to what the friends of the committee can be able to engage in? Because I'm just seeing a situation whereby if this seems like a very serious issue that has got a lot of interests, and we will have a lot of friends of the committee. So as a chair, you can guide, and my intention is not to limit the participation of those members,
yes,
but to allow the committee to actually do its work effectively. So you can help us get on balance. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair. Senator.
Thank you, Chair. I would like to come back to what is the purpose of this committee, Chair? The purpose of this committee, Chair, is to go down deep into the roots of the issues that have been raised pertaining to the events which are religious, whether Shakahola or anywhere, and particularly we are discussing who really this man is. I will plead with my colleagues, and Chair, defend me. So please, Honorable Senator Eddie, please, I want the Chair to protect me.
Please, let the Senator be heard inside.
Thank you. I would like to mention to my colleagues, they don't have to sanitize anybody in this committee, because there is nothing adverse that the witness has actually said. He is reporting what he has. Whether that information is for the committee to seek and inquire and ask whoever that has been mentioned, whether adversely or otherwise, except the president. Yes. I think it is important for that information to go to the record. What happens after he has finished his testimony is for this committee to sit and then make a decision whether there is a necessity for us to summon anybody else to come and clear the names. Otherwise, Chair, this would just be a sanitization exercise which has got no value, and I wouldn't want to participate in such an exercise.
Yes, Senator Hamida, you also have the mic.
Yeah, Chair, until now, let's proceed, and I don't see anything wrong for what Pastor Ezekiel has said so far. And maybe it's also another opportunity, maybe for others to know that people have been using the president's name. So this is, he wants to let it be open and very clear. Let him speak his heart out. I mean, that's what he came to do. So we need to understand, and I think what Senator Onyonka has said, we are the ones at least who are able to actually decide which information to pick and which one to leave. Asante.
Okay, before I give guidance, let me recognize a member of the National Assembly. Mheshimiwa, just put your name on record. You're also our friend.
My name is Herman, member of Parliament, Tigani East. I'm a friend of this committee. Thank you very much. Just a minute.
Yes.
Sababu yangu ya kuja hapa
nimeona kwa TV ya kwamba mkiendelea mambo.
Yes.
Nikamwona clip operator pale. Ilimpa 1.5 million akablock simu yangu. Clip operator. Na hapa mbele Mwenyezi Mungu.
So
nimepatia pesa pale Equity Bank.
Okay, that is
na natoka na nje.
So I think that is beyond the mandate of this committee. I think it's beyond the mandate of this committee. So can I give guidance on the issue at hand? Chair, order members. Yes. Can I allow Senator Kalwale, because he hasn't spoken to this matter? Yes, Senator, and our government too.
Mr. Chairman,
Okay, Senator Kalwale, you have the floor.
Mr. Chairman, as the chairman of this committee,
Yes,
you also enjoy the powers of the Speaker
absolutely.
of the House
Yes,
to run this committee.
absolutely.
The Speaker, if he finds that a member is out of order,
Yes,
he has the power to order the member to exit
yes.
chamber. You have seen the contribution of the Member of Parliament, who is not even a member of the Senate,
Correct.
is completely out of order.
Yes.
I request that he be escorted out of the chamber so that we can proceed with this very important.
Okay, let me just give guidance on the two issues at hand.
But Chair, I thought...
sorry. Yeah, you had requested. Yeah, you had requested.
Chair, I had said earlier that this is a very serious session. And
Yes.
and what has been raised by my neighbor here is an issue, Chair, which should not be part of the proceedings.
Yes.
And then I think you need in your ruling, your guidance to ensure that what is being discussed is not part of our record.
Yes.
Those are matters, Mr. Speaker, in my view,
Yes.
as you rightly say, it will be dealt with it outside
Yes.
this house.
Yes.
And I think you need to get the direction so that any engagement will be done by those parties outside this environment. Because, Mr. Chair, we are losing on time.
Yes.
We are losing on the flow of the witness. And yet, Mr. Speaker, we are dealing with a very, serious matter that you already given directions. So I think it should be part of our record.
Okay. So there are two issues on the table. Can I ask the table to be cleared? Tafadhali. Hassan, can you take your seat? There are two issues that we need to give directions on. The first one is whether the witness is proceeding properly, even on the mention of the name of the president and the minister or whoever else. On that issue, I want to guide that the witness will not be gagged. The witness will proceed to explain things because we have gathered here so that we can get the facts as they are. So that is the direction we will guide. On the issue of Honorable Aburi, please, I think you know you're out of order. You're absolutely out of order. And that is really not parliamentary. And our prayer is that you deal with those matters in a way that befits a member of parliament outside, not within here. So guided. And I direct the Sergeant at times.
Mr. Chairman.
Wait till finish.
Yeah.
Sergeant, at times you watch so that you maintain order, so that you don't have issues. The issue that Mheshimiwa has mentioned can be dealt with outside. Senior, you are point of order.
Mr. Speaker, proceedings of this committee
Yes.
can be attended
Yes.
by anybody, including members of the public.
Absolutely.
And therefore,
Yes.
the member of the National Assembly is free to attend.
No, we have not asked him to come out. We asked that he does the matters outside.
Mr. Speaker, can you hear me?
Yes, let me hear you.
You can be heard.
Yes.
But a member of either house cannot address the other house.
Yes.
So, it is out of order for Honorable Mpuri to address the Senate.
It's out of order.
Yes.
I understand that, and we have requested him.
Could you then rule that all the utterances he made be expunged from the record of the House?
Hansen, can you capture this? I so direct that all the utterances by his honorable member for Digania West, was it? East, be expunged from the record. Okay, let's make progress. Chair. Yes. Utterances and actions. They are repugnant and parliamentary. They must all be expunged. How can you expunge a movement? if it has been captured by video, everything related to the honorable member. Thank you. So ordered. Answered, so ordered. Can we continue now? Let's make progress, honorable members. We have not started interacting. I think you are about to finish, Evangelist. So just proceed. You are at the point that you got a phone call.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Chair, for granting me this permission. A point of correction to anybody who misunderstood what I said. I said when I asked, because from the altar during the crusade, when I stepped down, I was told by the OCPD, you are being, it's not written, you are being monitored at your house. So there are things that have happened, and you are not allowed to proceed with the crusade.
So that is in day 2.
Yes, that was day 2.
So did you hold the whole thing, or it happened the night before the crusade?
As a law-abiding citizen, you have to cancel, because this is a police officer who is mandated to grant you a letter of permission or to cancel it. So I told them, I think if I don't receive a letter, I will proceed with the crusade tomorrow.
Okay. So they are speaking to you the night before?
Yes.
The night before day 2.
I've just come from the altar, and then I'm in the car. Okay. And they told me that is the reason, and you are supposed to switch the TV off.
Okay.
Through the chair, would you repeat and give us the OCPD in terms of which OCPD, which station was it?
Kilifi. Okay, just because I was in Kilifi, then I sent my lawyers.
Yes.
Point of order. The following day.
Point of order. Pastor Ezekiel, please mention the name in full of that OCPD, because it's important for the record.
OCPD Kilifi. Minor, I can remember the name minor.
That's okay if he just gives the lesson. We'll find it.
Because I think
let's continue. Make progress.
Thank you, sir. Then I said, okay, I'm going to abide by that.
Yes.
The following day, because I will repeat something that honorable members have said.
Yes.
There are people who misuse those who are their seniors. They misuse their names.
Yes.
When they want to do something to somebody.
Yes.
And I really respect my president, His Excellency.
Yes.
And the presidency.
Yes.
Because anyone who does not respect the leader does not deserve to be a leader.
Yes.
So immediately I heard this, and when I sent the lawyer, and he was told that, and upon further investigation, it was not so. The president was lawyer in that form, not even the CS. That's why they interjected me before I completed.
Yes.
And I said, why should they mention the president and misuse the presidency?
Yes.
This is the highest office in the land.
Yes.
When you want to do something to somebody, don't do such a thing to to tarnish the name of the person elected by millions of people.
Yes.
And maybe another person tomorrow might face the same challenges and be told it is the honorable chair that has made this decision while you are not even aware.
Yes.
And to make matters worse, the following day, before I woke up, 2 OCPDs were in my compound.
Yes.
Where I sleep.
Yeah.
With a letter that because of security reasons, the crusade has been cancelled.
Yes.
What transpired, even to date, never disclosed.
Yes.
But I remember when the OCPD was talking to me 3 days later, even our instruments are still on the ground to now, this time, and we are still paying for the ground because we are requesting for the permission for the crusade. Only that. He asked me before the end of last week, haven't you spoken to wakubwa ili tukupe ruhusa?
Yes.
Then I asked myself, so it is not security reasons, it is wakubwa. And upon asking him, he told me, Pastor, there is nothing to do with the president and the CS.
Yes.
And I felt pain that it should never go that line, and we should never tarnish the presidency and the cabinet secretariat.
Yes.
The road to Kilifi was blocked specifically for me not to enter Kilifi. Every vehicle was being searched. Day 2. When I went there, the OCPD told me, Pastor, I am under command. Turn back and go back to your house. He came with his vehicle, and I was with my wife, and he told me, Pastor, even when I'm being captured, itaniletea shida. I went back home. Nikamwambia nilikuwa naenda ili wale wageni kutoka sehemu zingine hawajui kanisani, niangalie ni wangapi, nitumane buses ibebe hawa watu ilete kanisani, wasilale huko nje. Kabla nikitoka ninaambiwa kuna watu wako uwanjani na wanapigwa na polisi. Wanapigwa na polisi wasiende kusikiza injili because of security reasons. But later on the OCPD allowed one of our buses kwenda kuchukua watu na ikawachukua mpaka wakaja kanisani. Ninasema hivi kwa sababu vitu vingine vilifanyika honorable chair ambayo ilinishangaza. Tulipata barua mwezi wa 4 ama wa 5 to show cause why our church should not be deregistered, kwa sababu hatukuwa tumefile return.
Yes.
Was it true? Yes, we had not filed the returns. Why, Pastor? Please, I told you I will never hide anything. I forgot about those things and I never followed up. It was my mistake.
Yes.
Then I said, let me send the lawyers waende wafile return, na kama kuna charges we are willing to pay.
Yes.
File yetu ilipotea kwa registrar offices na ikapotea for 3 months. Tukienda haiko, tulienda kotini. Then the registrar akasema it was a verbal request. We withdraw the case, then we will produce the file. Then I told them that is simple. Sababu aliuliza kwa nini nipeane file na umetushtaki? Nikamwambia okay, toa kesi.
Yes.
Wakati tunauliza akasema ako kwenye kamati ambayo imechaguliwa na rais. So akimaliza kuzunguka wakichunguza kwa Shakahola Masaka, yes, wataenda kutufungulia file iko.
Yes.
Ghafla ninaona kwa media New Life and other ministries have been deregistered.
Yes.
Tulizunguka tukipata nafasi hatukupewa. Na inakuwa deregistered exactly 90 days. Kumbe ilikuwa deregistered, it was backdated to May. Na inakuwa deregistered 90 days later. Yes. Constitutionally, according to the advice I was given by the lawyers, 90 day, a duration of 90 days, you can go to the Attorney General's office to appeal. Yes. So there was no room for appeal. Yes. The only option was to go to court. Yes. I ask with humility, if the office of the registrar, and though is the custodian of our certificates of societies, iko na uwezo wa kuficha file ya mtu unconstitutionally na iseme haiko, only wakati anataka kuideregister iko na the window for appeal has expired. Wangapi na makanisa mangapi watafanyiwa hivi na misikiti ni ngapi? Was she acting on someone's advice or command? What wrong did I do ambayo ilikuwa inaninyima mimi kuenda kusema I'm willing to comply, if there is any penalty I will give, na kama kuna kosa nimefanya it is just return of fines, kama hakuna kitu kingine please allow me to, kama kuna kosa nyingine niambie. Nani na wangapi ambao makanisa yao na society zao zitakuwa deregistered? Whose authority was she acting under? Sababu hizo ndio zinasababisha unasikia mtu unaambiwa hivi, and ile information inakuwa covered kwa media, it is not verified by us. Tuende kotini, mpaka leo bado tunazunguka. Unafanya crusade, inaweza kusimamishwa anytime. We have crusades Kenya hii all over. Hata wiki hiyo kulikuwa na crusade Bombolulu na mhubiri kutoka ng'ambo. Saa hiyo kulikuwa na crusade hapo kando. It was a small crusade. Na heshimu yule mchungaji ambaye alikuwa anafanya mkutano. We have crusades hapa ya Ezekiel ambao umemuomba more than 14 days ili akupe nafasi to assemble security apparatus ili ukaweze kumsaidia na security, and you are ready to pay for their expenses and for anything, inakuwa cancelled hivi. How many people are going to undergo all this persecution? Na nina repeat, they confirmed hakukuwa na instruction kutoka kwa CS and the presidency. Mpaka leo hii nauliza, why should we use this formula? Sababu akipeana verbally, who will complain? Then the following day, two CPDs present one letter to a one simple preacher and thin and skinny as I am. I don't have any arm. I don't have anything to protect myself. Because washawahi kuja hivyo wakanibeba wakanipeleka region, niliogopa kushuka. In fact, my wife was crying. Akaniuliza, mume wangu, what have you done where ambao uenda hujaniambia you go through this? Je, kuna siku hata moja mimi kama mke wako nitapata peace na hao watoto? How long? Maaskari watakuja hivi. My spiritual father asked me some 3 days back, is your wife okay? Because I know what she has gone through. Nikamwambia, I thank God she's sleeping. And I decided 2 days back never to divulge anything to her about what I'm going through, because even my parents niliogopa. Ule mwanamke anaweza kuwa, mke wangu anaweza kuwa depressed, ama anaweza kuwa something mentally challenged. Nilimwambia, I will never tell you anything. This is too much for you and my children. And that is the reason why I've mentioned these things. Sababu ningekuja nikuambie sikuambia hayo mambo, ningekuwa muongo number 1. Na nilisema I will pour my heart out ili mtu asidanganye na jina lako na jina la yule na jina la our fathers here in the leadership. And finally, any other relevant information and documentation in your possession pertaining to the mandate of the committee. I've not not inquired either from them or anybody, the mandate of the committee on the lango. After this, you will make a decision. I am Ezekiel. And maybe we might look at Ezekiel, and the decision might be binding for all religious organizations. You asked me to tell the truth. Even after this, when you question me, I will tell the truth. The mandate of the committee isaidie wengine ambao hawajui kwa nini wanapitia mambo kama haya. Thank you.
So this is the point. Evangelists, we are very grateful for your presentation, and our people have been listening, the honorable senators here have been listening keenly, and they will ask questions. So just to clarify, so what you need to do is to maybe take down some notes as the inquiries are coming in. Then maybe you can do two at a go. And I'll be the first one to start with one. We have listened to a lot of witnesses who have come before us, evangelists. And one of those people who have appeared before us, there is an allegation that Mr. Mackenzie would carry out funeral services, and those funeral services he used to christen them harusi, and there is an allegation that the funeral services were for those people who had passed on. We wanted a clarification from you. Is it true that you used to attend those funeral services and perform rites, the last rites, and this, according to the information, it used to happen on Mondays? So we want to hear from you what this is about. And then there are also witnesses who have come before us here, important church organizations. They have talked about being in an umbrella organization so that people are able to be self-regulated. In other words, like now you are the coast, you belong to maybe an umbrella organization. When you want to start a church, you have to go get clearances and stuff like that. So the question we wanted to ask as a committee is, first of all, do you support that idea of all churches to belong to an umbrella organization so that there is self-regulation within the umbrella organization? And if so, do you yourself belong to an umbrella organization? And which one is it? Are you answerable to somebody else within that umbrella organization for purposes of correcting doctrines and that kind of thing? Okay, yeah? Let me give Tabitha to ask one more question, and then you can take those as we get the others. Let me give Senator Tabitha.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you, Pastor Ezekiel, for the broad framework that you've been able to share this committee. My questions are a bit compounded. Just starting with the curiosity, from your presentation you said Pastor Pius Muro, your father, you got saved in year 2000. I'm just curious to know, at what point did you decide to become a pastor? Do you have any theological education behind? So at what point did you decide to start the church? How comes Pastor Ezekiel, we didn't see you really coming out and rebuking the actions of Mr. Mackenzie on what he has been able to do. I think I will start with those two, Bwana Chair.
So, Pastor, maybe you can take those two.
Sorry, in the last one, because I don't want to come back on the questioning. Yes, we are very familiar with social media. I've not had an opportunity to attend your church, but I've heard that there is a material like kitamba that you normally issue, and members have to pull a string from this kitamba. Would you kindly expound on what we've been able to hear? Thank you, Chair.
Pastor.
Thank you so much, Honorable Chair, plus the honorable members who have just presented their questions to me. Number one is their attendance or my attendance, perceived attendance to funerals services conducted in Shakahola by Pastor Mackenzie.
No, we don't call him Pastor.
Oh, by Mackenzie.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Now, I said, and one day I was traveling to Baringo, and when I came back, I was told randomly by the investigative authorities, Pastor, we know you went to Baringo and you are back. We can trace you even without telling him. The Safaricom network, because my line is Safaricom, has the capacity to trace whether I have ever gone to Shakahola.
Okay.
I have never gone to Shakahola.
Yes.
I've never attended those burials.
Yes.
I don't know where Shakahola is.
Thank you.
I've never gone there. Apart from the TV issue that I indicated that I went to that church,
yes,
to get a TV station, and I never entered the premises.
Yes.
When he was in Malindi, I've never met Mackenzie anywhere.
Okay.
So concerning the weddings,
yeah,
I'm hearing them now for the first time.
okay.
Yes, yes. He's just reminding me that the church that I went to is in Malindi, not in Shakahola. That I've just put that apart from inquiring about the TV when he was in Malindi, not in Shakahola. I've never gone to Shakahola. I don't know where it is.
Okay.
Number two, supporting umbrella bodies.
Yes.
Whether I'm one, I do. And my father, spiritual father, can attest to that. I once approached him and told him that I've been preaching as a son for a very long time.
Yeah.
Please, if I can join your umbrella body, that you are also a member. He told me it is okay. And even now that we are facing these issues, it is very important.
Yes.
Because these umbrella bodies can regulate, they become like the circles of Matatu, and I'm sorry to use that. Because if you want to trace a pastor, you can go to the leader of the umbrella body.
Yes.
And ask them, what are your doctrines when you allowed this pastor to join your body? So it is very important for the checks and balances. And I would want, even if it could be processed today, because I have approached him, even if my the finalization of my process could be done even today, it is very important, because we have a country and the people to protect, and those people are governed by the government, mandated by God and the votes of the people.
Okay.
Number three,
Yes.
as by the Honorable Deputy Chair, the theological aspect of it. And if I have any certificate in theology, and when I started preaching,
Yes.
I've never stepped on any theological door.
Yes.
God called me, and He guided me for a long period of time, since 2013, if I'm not wrong, to 2023, seeking spiritual guidance. Even when I was going to Kasarani, I told him, I will never step on that altar until you tell me if I'm doing something wrong or right. He told me, okay, wait. I started my crusade late because I was waiting for his guidance. If you trace our crusades, you will never miss Bishop Pius Meru. Why do I move with him? He is more senior to me. I wanted his guidance. Please tell me whether I'm wrong or right. And he told me, if you want to check yourself, preach live. And when you find the opportunity to go to college for theology, take good use of that opportunity. He advised me. But I have not done that. Why, Pastor? I've been following the way he guides me. And because I have information, I don't want to rely on that we have several of our fathers who are preaching and they are doing what is good, and they have never gone to theological colleges. If I will say that they are bad people because they have never gone to theological colleges, I'm going to criminalize the gospel. In the gospel, and I don't want to use this to defend myself, the Bible says, they asked, isn't this the son of a carpenter? And we have records, he never went to school. Which school? Theological school. Who are they referring to? Jesus. The first miracle in the Bible was performed by non-theological people, Peter and James. And when they searched, they said, these people are not learned. What makes them perform this? They are with Jesus. So theology is good, and we should go to school, and I desire to do so. But if we are going to use this to stop anyone who has a calling, we are going to punish other innocent people, maybe who are not as criminal as maybe Ezekiel or somebody else. So that is my take on the theological part. And
members, yes, Senator. I wanted to give Senator.
Excuse me, Chair. It is not finished.
Has not finished. You have not finished?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Why didn't you correct or talk about or rebuke what is or was done by Mackenzie? I came to know about this on TV and got arrested because I wanted to buy a TV channel from him. The next day, the same day, I was in police cell, Makupa. Following day, I was in Kilindini for 7 days. From that, the court allowed me to be out on one condition. Never say anything about this issue. I've desired to get an opportunity like this. That's why in my opening I said such a thing haikustahili kufanyika. So singeongea, ningekuwa kotini. Nimemuuliza, je, naenda Senate, sitashikwa kesho? Akaniambia, Pastor, Senate acts like a high court. Na it is independent. Kile ambacho utasema ni tofauti na kile ambacho utaulizwa. So singeongea kule nje, na nilipopata your invitation nilisema, Mungu, I think whoever invited me was visited by angels from heaven to call me so that I can have a mouth to express what I know. Finally, so I could not correct him on the point that I was gagged by the court. Finally, the kitambaa. The kitambaa is in the Bible, except that the way other people use it is not in the Bible. Some people used kitambaa from Paul for the healing deliverance of other people. It is in the Bible. But when these people use the kitambaa na wanatoa uzi, when you go to our records on DVDs or tapes, huwa nasema please, hawa watu mimi sijawaambia watumie uzi. Mimi nimewapa prayer cloth, because anything, imagine nguo ya Yesu iliponya mwanamke. Yesu anasema if you believe you will even do things that have not done. But I never advised anybody to be kitambaa, chukua uzi, funga wapi. I always say please, sikuambia hivyo. I tell them when you pray, this thing has power. I prayed for it. You can even hold it in your hand. You can place it anywhere in your body. Unasikia wewe mgonjwa, pray, ask God. God will use it as a point of contact. It is in the Bible. Even our brothers in other religions wanatumia ile inaitwa nini? Tasbih, rosaries, and anointing oils, and holy water, ubani. Ya Ezekiel raises eyebrows. Okay, you finish there?
Do you have a sample?
You finish? I have
a sample.
A sample of a prayer cloth? No, but I have a sample of the living water. I would desire to hand it over to you. No. but the samples were taken by the police. They took them for. So, Honorable,
I want to give Honorable William, because he's going to another committee. Yeah. And then we'll just come down like this.
Okay, thank you, Chair.
Yeah.
I have two questions.
Yes. Please just take down.
And Chair, as a lawyer, I have been looking at the demeanor of the witness and listen and keenly listen to his submission. And I seem to be making an opinion that is a truthful witness.
Is he a truthful man?
That is not for
another truthful man out.
Yeah. So I think he's been able to make a presentation. But Chair, I want him now to again be even more honest with us here, because I will ask two questions. One is that you remember, Chair, one of the witnesses here,
yes,
alleged that there is a mortuary within the compound.
That there is a mortuary?
Yes, within the compound of the church. And some of the bodies of the victims of Raila were actually being transferred to that facility. Can you confirm or deny to this committee, tell us the truth? I know you are getting legal advice. Confirm that, Pastor, because that is the perception we have as a committee, that is the perception in the country. It is very important that to clarify that.
Yes.
Number two.
Yes.
You submitted that you had contact with Mackenzie in terms of your intention to buy the TV station. But thereafter again, you seem to be denying that you have never had an association with him. Are you confirming with this committee, therefore, that the only relationship between you and Pastor Mackenzie is only the issue of intending to buy the TV? Because the perception I have from the country is that there is some relationship between you and Mackenzie. I want you to confirm to this house, Pastor. And finally, Chair, is I wanted to get the mind of the pastor that whereas you agree that people should go for theology studies, obtain degrees, certificates, and so on. You have no problem with that. So if we come up with a law as a committee, as a recommendation, legal framework that we want to regulate the judges, so that then we have certain standards of degree, of certificates for a pastor to own a church or something like that. What would be your position on that? Though you don't have a problem with it, but do you think we can, as a committee, be able to recommend that to the House and to the country?
Thank you. Maybe we can take, Pastor, you've written those three, yeah? Let's take Senator Hamida and we go like that. So if you're not ready, you can give. Yes. Okay.
Thank you, Chair. And thank you, Pastor Ezekiel, for a very elaborate presentation. I picked some thoughts from what you presented that I think that would be important for clarification for the committee. And I've got three quick ones. Number one, you talked about the capacity of a church as being somewhere in the orders of 45,000 people. I wanted you to have the committee understand the issue of membership. Are all your worshippers members of your church or not? And if they are members, what is the membership process? How does a worshipper become a member of your church? Number two, you really talked very nicely about leadership in the country, and recognize a lot of issues around governance, which is very profound. I want you to let the committee understand whether you personally are affiliated to any political party, and if not of any political party, are you affiliated to any political people, whether as members of your church or not?
Point of order, please.
Did I hear point of order?
Yes.
Yeah.
Without, of course, appearing to attack my friend here.
Yes.
With that question about this political association chair, relevant? I want you to rule on that.
With a lot of respect, Honorable, Senator, maybe that's not within the mandate of our discussions. What I would request is, Pastor, you don't have to answer that one, but answer the other questions that have preceded. Thank you.
Chair, I thought the point of order was on the matter of relevance, which is, I think, point of order on 101. I think, given that I was listening to the witness, and the witness did bring issues that sparked debate in the committee that did affect the leadership of this country, that did talk about issues of political nature. And that's why I'm just asking a very simple question, whether he is also politically aligned. And I don't think that, I'm asking for that.
Senator, could I help Senator Eddie? Let's only that. Chair, if Senator Eddie will allow me. Thank you, Eddie. Senator Richard, I think what Eddie is... Senator Richard, yes, I beg you, let the witness, let's not go around this. Let him have the floor, and then we make progress. Because after he finishes, we want Senator Hamida, and then we want you, we finish. Yes, the matter is relevant. Actually, I wanted to shape his question instead of him asking him whether he belongs to any political. I have. Oh, you did? I have. Oh, so let's just go that way.
So, and I think, Chair, being a member of the committee,
yes,
any question that I ask, sir, you have the choice of not responding to them or responding to them. I'm just asking, just in case it could help you to frame any other comment. The same as membership. So the last question,
Senator Eddie.
Yes.
Let's not have argument. Okay, finish your last question.
Yeah, my last question is also a perception that is akin to what Senator Cheptuno alluded to.
which is the question of the mortuary. But for me, I wanted to ask the question of, are there any people within your premises in the church who have fallen sick and are held in your church or otherwise? And if they aren't, if people happen, because you say that people come from far and wide in your church, if people come to your church and they happen to have fallen sick, what happens to them? Are they advised to go to the hospital? Are they sent back? Or are they held in your church? I think those are my questions, Chair.
Thank you, sir. Evangelists.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, for the opportunity. About the issue of mortuary, I will answer for both.
Okay.
The two of them. The issue of mortuary was raised by the media. I think when they saw one of the structures in the compound that belongs to the, I will call it powerhouse. It is where we have our transformer.
Okay.
We built it to for the safety of the transformer. And when this issue was raised, I told him and I told him, take the media live throughout New Life compound. And specifically, the media that pointed out on that issue about the mortuary, I'm saying because I wanted to mention the media. And I said, if they can do that, take them everywhere and check. They opened that place. It belongs to the transformer and the panels.
Yes.
Nothing like a mortuary. Even if you could build a mortuary, that brings me to the second question.
Yes.
These people come from far and wide. How can you lie to someone from UK to all these dead sister in that perceived mortuary? Another one from Rongai, another one from Kiambu, another one from Garissa. How? Because these people don't stay around.
Yes.
So we don't have one. And even again now, I would advise, let us take the media to that place to check and verify.
Okay.
And I think this one has happened because when we invited the investigative authorities, that is the appointed committees, even the one appointed by the president, to come and verify these things, they never shown up.
Okay.
So we don't have a mortuary, and I don't think it can be there.
Next question.
And we will show that in the video. I pray that isipuuzwe, huenda itafungua macho ya mengi ambao sijasema.
Yes.
It is there in the video where it is. Yes, I will show that. So, number two,
yes.
Do you hold sick people? We don't allow sick people in the church without their representatives. That is a rule. Even on air, we put it on air. When a sick person comes who is sick, sick, I mean, anakuwa na tatizo hata ya kutembea. We advise that person, sababu huwezi jua huyu mtu ataishi muda gani hapa ama atakufa saa ngapi, to go to the hospital. Sababu we cannot accept this person na hana mtu. What if anything happens to him? Utafanyaje? Utaambia nani? So we don't allow that in our church. There is a mortuary, Pastor Mavueni Center, ukienda Mbogolo. And this mortuary haina hospitali. And I think this is the reason why people connected me to the mortuary. One day I said, how can one be in the mortuary minus even a clinic? Is it business or it is for the safe custody of the dead? Sababu iko mahali ambapo ni black spot. If in any case, God forbid, there is an accident, kabla hajawekwa kwa hii mortuary, si ungeweka hata ka clinic ya first aid kuokoa huyu mtu kabla hujamweka hapa. Sababu kama hakuna hata first aid kit, what is the message being portrayed? Hiyo kitu iliniletea hizi shida. It is in the YouTube. Labda kama they pull down, somebody said, kama anatuharibia biashara tutamuonyesha. Hiyo kanisa itakuwa hapo.
Okay. So you sort out the issue of the mortuary. Go to the next so that we make progress. So all these other senators waiting to ask you questions.
Do I have any other relationship na Mackenzie? Ama ni hiyo TV? Only TV.
Okay.
That nilitaka kununua na sikununua, sikukamilisha transaction, and that is all.
Okay.
Hakuna kitu kingine.
Okay.
Theology should what is your view on recommendation of one going to theological college before he becomes a pastor? My view is this. If one wants to become a pastor, and the theological is knowledge is as important as we know.
Yes.
Anaweza kupewa ruhusa awe pastor, lakini he be or she be given an opportunity and a time aende asomee, sababu inaweza kuwa online. Isije ikawa kitu ambacho kitamwambia don't, so that in the process anahubiri, anaweza kuenda kusoma jioni akarudi na apewe muda. Unaweza kufungua kanisa, lakini you must submit kwamba utasomea hii teolojia kwa muda fulani, ili isije ikawa ni njia ya huyu akitaka kuzuia huyu, anajua huyu hajawahi kanyaga teolojia, hii kanisa nitaifunga tu. Mmoja hajawahi kanyaga teolojia, pull it down. So ombi langu ni kwamba hata kama anaanza through the umbrella, awe advised na their umbrella body na apewe muda, and the umbrella body is submit kwa the government. This is our member, ameanzisha church, ameingia kwa hii college, ili asizuiliwe na kusiwe na misuse ya njia yote ya congregation. That is my take. And membership issue. Pastor Ezekiel, do you have members? Should I say we have or not? But I will put it this way. Those people who come to our church, they come because of listening to what I preach, and they come for prayers, mostly in need, spiritual attention, na wakiingia wanatoka mbali, and most of them, they say they are our members. Nikisema niandike, this is our member, anatoka Germany. Kanisani leo kuna wengine wametoka Germany, wengine wametoka Italy, wengine wametoka Dubai.
Yeah.
Just as other churches like in other countries, kuna wengine waliwahi toka hapa wakaenda South Africa kuhudhuria ibada, na anasema mimi nashiriki kule. The Bible says kwamba na siku ile mnataka kupeleka sadaka kule ambako nimeweka jina langu na ni mbali, you can choose on a day you go, hata kama ni mbali na huko ndio nimeweka jina langu, choose on a day even after 3 years, na mkaenda huko na mtoe sadaka hapo. So it was and it is in the Bible kwamba kuna sehemu ambazo Mungu alichagua watu waende wamwabudu like Jerusalem, na wengine wanakaa Ashdod. Kitambo waende huku ni mbali, anaweza kukaa lakini kanisa lake liko pale. So I don't know whether to put it, these are my members because I'm not documented. Because of this reason, we opened branches countrywide and other countries, so that wale ambao ni mbali na wangetamani attend services apart from the TV program, they can attend our services in our branches. Na kama anatoka Kericho na New Life branch kwa Kericho, anaweza kuenda kwa hiyo pastor, he is a member there, na anaweza sema natamani kuenda kwa Pastor Ezekiel. He also has a room na kuja mpaka Mombasa. That is what we are doing now, because saa zingine kuja Mombasa ni mbali, but we have branches and we are opening more branches kusaidia wale ambao wanatoka mbali. Another thing on the process of membership, I think I've answered that, whether we have a process. Affiliation to any political party, I would request that I answer.
Okay.
From day one, I said, and I will put it here, God told me in a vision, never associate yourself with any political party. That is why I've never attended any political function. Na kanisa langu ambalo naongoza, kanisa letu ambalo naongoza, sikumbuki kama nimewahi kupeana platform any political leader asimame aongee anything political, sababu kanisa hilo liko na makabila yote, watu ambao wako affiliated na different parties. Sasa nitasema mimi ni wa huyu na si wa huyu. Yule mshirika mwingine ambao ni wa party X atanifikiriaje na nitamwambia nini? So mimi, I'm not affiliated to any political party. I've never attended any political rally organized by any political party. Na ninaomba kama kukosea, naomba wanisamehe, kwa sababu to mix politics with God's work, utaambia watu nini? When the country is burning,